Or American Library Association interpretation of the Library Bill of Rights, access to digital resources and services. Library key mission is to provide everyone with the access to the information that is disseminated with the content form of today's mission, including with providing access to digital resources and services. Library and critical with the connection people to digital resources with the terms of the computer for the internet. The library must follow the Library Bill of Rights while offering the resources that should proprietary the intellectual freedom and equity. Ensure that the technology expanding with access to the rather than restricting it. The library should stay up to date with the digital creation, the distribution, retrieval, and archiving issues. When reviewing these issues, they should consider the First Amendment rights, rights to privacy, core values, the librarianship, Library of Rights, Bill of Rights, American Library Association Code of Ethics, library collection policies. These reviews should guide policies updated with the access to ensure the digital information many people do not have to access the skill and need to use the critical digital resource. The library should provide spaces where people can access use the critical digital information without barrier. The barriers include physical, mental, economic, educational, political challenges. Provide access does not mean the library agrees with content. The library should resist the censorship of the digital resource and services. This include attempts of the individual governments from the private individuals to censor or limited access. Libraries should carefully plan how to provide access to digital resource service tools, equipment, and networks for the decision show the file of the policy with the intellectual freedom and equity, reflecting the library mission, goals, objective with the cooperative agreements community needs. User rights. Libraries should review all of the policies, proceed with the regulations to ensure that they do not violate the user rights of the digital with the access to the policy should follow the guidelines of the American Library Association. Users have the right to access, the perceive, the create, the participate, the constitutionally protected speech, the access to the digital resource, the server that cannot be blocked, the exercise of the right, if the access is limited for the other reason, user must receive the due process that includes formal notice for the option to appeal with the right to examine the minors as well as adults. Libraries should exchange technology to expand digital access to not restrict the digital information and define the create of the Constitution protected unless the court other rules otherwise. Users also have the rights to have free unreasonable limitations set by the library worker system and administrator of the vendor of the network service providers. Library contract agreements with the license the most respectful user of the rights of the library should provide with the training support with the help of the user find with evaluate use of the critical digital information. The library should protect the user's right with the privacy confidential with the Article 7 of the Library Bill of Rights right with apply with all of the user regardless of their ability, age, origin, background reviews. To uphold the right of the library should maintain the secure system and the networks of the offering digital resource. The library should ensure that the third-party vendor to protect the user privacy. Many only online serve the collection, store, and use share the user of the data without knowledge. The library should educate the user about the risk, advocate with a strong privacy protection from the vendors. Equity over the access of the digital the world offers the opportunity to participate within the information society. However, the fear of the barrier with the often called the digital the divide prevent access for many of the barriers, lack of the infrastructure of the internet connectivity, tools and hardware, software, skill, and knowledge means assessing digital resources of the library of the drift of the digital of the divide with the work reduced of the providing access to the digital resource of the community of the digital resource of the service of the library with the equitable access to everyone. American Library Association does not serve public funding of the library charges fees or access. Library should agree with the digital access process of the American Library Association guidelines with the new digital resource of the added with the libraries must provide equitable training opportunity. The user and staff of the training should include with the privacy security issues, help the user to navigate with the resources, safely, information resource and access. In library should provide access with all of the types of information for the media, with the community, with the need, with the interest, with the user, with the regard of the user, age, with the content, with the material, with the preserve, with the cultural and information prevent the loss of the library, with the main expand with the political collection policies. Policy should ensure that the digital information select with the preserve with the appropriate format. The library also have the ability to provide with the access with the government information with the digital formats. Connection user global information for the networks to the different with adding material with the library collections of the digital information that may not meet with the library collection policy. Each for the user must decide with what is right for the need. The library should not deny with the access with the digital with the resource with the simply because of the air consider the controversial with the access should not be limited based with the staff members personal with the belief with the fear with the conflict with the resource should be restricted just because of they are seen with the lying value. Parents and legal guardians should gather their own children with the digital resources if they are concerned with the public funding. Libraries must be legally provided with constitutionally protected information. However, the law of the governing body with may require that some of the library's internet filled with technology block access to the information. This practice goes against the Library Bill of Rights. Libraries use the tools for the most set with the lowest, at least restrictive level to ensure that they do not protect the information needlessly. Adults have the right to access the constitutionally protected information. They can ask for the filter of the tools to be disabled promptly with the confidential. The minors also have the right to access the information on the minimum that can access the wrongly blocked information. The request should also be handled with a quickly confidential protector of the privacy record of the request so that she cannot contain the personal identifiable information the library should have the duty of the inform the user of the rights to provide clear ways of the use of the exercise of these rights. The digital resources conservative with greatly expand the amount of the information available to the use of the library should treat with the resource of the same with the non-digital ones with the follow the principle of library bill of rights, ensure the equitable access with no matter of the client content of the platform, questions related to explore choosing an online server, the information with the truth, an online server that include the questions about how to better understand when the web vendor that should properly collect with the store of the youth and share with the pertain personal data. C. Please see the American Library Privacy Guidelines, include the more specific library privacy guidelines for vendors document notes.